Hello, my name's Julie. Thanks for joining me today for what's for me quite a rare video, and that's an after the pen. I've had a few requests lately to show my pages after the pen, and because I'm using this classic vertical happy planner as a creative journal this year, I do find it a little bit daunting because obviously the things I write on this page are quite personal to me. They're not big important things, but I suppose they're important in my life. I often don't have a lot going on, and as far as I know, this week is fairly quiet. So I thought I would just share my process, which might help you if you don't lead a busy life and are not sure what to write in your planner. The first thing I always do is decide what pens I'm going to use, and I'm influenced by the colours of the spread. This is my spread for this week, Valentine's week. So my colours are going to be black, red and pink. I mainly use these black Pigma Micron pens. I've got a 5, 10 and 12 tip. Then I have a Muji 0.38 for smaller spaces. I like the Crayola Super Tips. They're quite a cheap pen that you can pick up easily. And I've just picked a red and a pink. This one doesn't match perfectly to the pink here, but I think it's probably close enough. I also have this very old Whispers pen, and it has a very fine point, so if I need to do some thin writing in red, that's perfect. And a brush tip on the other side. Although I don't know how to do brush lettering, so that's not something you're going to see in my planner. I've also got this brand new click art pen, so I'm quite interested to try this out and see how it works in my planner today. I don't normally gather quite so many pens. I tend to work with 3 colours. I only did one after the pen video last year, I think, so I'll link it on the screen in case you want to check that out. But back then I was using my classic vertical happy planner as a catch-all and a bit of journaling too. I tend to dip in and out of my creative journal, but to be perfectly honest, I usually fill in most of it towards the end of the week. So it's kind of a reflection of what's happened. But what I'll do for this video is try to pop in a couple of times, add a bit more and show you how it's filling up. If you didn't see my Plan With Me video, I use stickers from Let's Plan With Sarah. I am a rep, and this sheet is called Sweetheart Alley, and you can get 20% off with my code Julie20. That's not an affiliate link, but if you like these stickers, it would be great if you support a small shop. I'm just going to fill in these 2 boxes I think today. And it's going to be tricky because they're heart-shaped, and I've already thought, how am I going to make sure my writing is straight? Which is another reason I don't like filming after the pens, because my writing is never as good as it would be when I'm sitting with my pages quite close up. But I'm going to let my perfectionism go, because I know there are a lot of you out there who like to see these sorts of videos. I'm going to move this page out of the way because I'm not going to need this. And we're just going to work on what's happened today. I've had quite a productive day today, and I've been working on my word of the year, which is plan. So I think I'm going to write about that in this box, and around the outside I'm going to use the red pen just to label what this box is about. So I'm just going to write word of the year. I'm trying to make sure that I keep referring to my word of the year and keep reviewing it, rather than leaving it to the end of the year and wondering why I didn't succeed. I've learned that I can't talk and write at the same time, so I'm just going to fill this box in and then I'll say a little bit more. So in that box, I've just written how I made my list of all the things I had to do, and I use the headings that are on Heather Kell's daily sheets, because what I find is I tend to do the things that I want to do rather than the things that I must do or should do. I've left a little space here because I want to write the headings in a different colour. Let's try the click art pen. One of the problems is fitting things in, and definitely writing in these hearts is quite tricky. I'm mostly going to write in black in this spread, but I do want that little pop of colour. I'm just changing to a 0.5 micron pen to add in that I must plan in more breaks. And we'll just do a little arrow so I know that I'm referring to this. And that's because although I'm getting there slowly, I'm still not very realistic with my timing. So if I put plenty of half-an-hour breaks through the day, then actually it allows me to catch up when things slip, which they always seem to do. I'm hoping as the year progresses, I will get more realistic about timings. I talked about this in my Word of the Year video, but I think it's just something that's going to take me a while to learn. I haven't got a lot else that happened today, but I did want to write about the fox in my garden. So I'm just going to label this with the pink. Mr. Fox. So I've just written that Mr. Fox was sunbathing in my garden today, although it wasn't actually that hot. The sun was out and he looked like he was having a nice time. And then I've sort of run out of room because I wrote in capitals with a thicker pen, but that's okay. I'm just going to finish the sentence in a different size pen. I'll finish that off with an exclamation mark. And I've added that he has dug a hole, which he has, under my garden fence so that he can make a quick escape when he needs to. And I found in this Amy Tangerine Happy Planner sticker book from the Be Happy box some hearts like these. So I just thought I might add a couple in some of the spaces. I usually, if I'm adding stickers, tend to do it towards the end of the week. I don't want it the same angle as that, so let's just put it like that. Oh, it keeps moving. There we go. Let's just do a little one there. A couple here. And just one down here. So I think that's done for today, and I'll be back later in the week to fill out some more. Hello, I'm back. It's Friday and I'm going to fill in Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday, and then I'll come back again on Sunday to fill in the final few days. On Tuesday I had quite a productive day. I wrote my plan and I stuck to it as much as I could. So I think I'll carry on what I've been doing, which is writing around the outsides of the hearts with a little summary of what that is about. And I'll use the Crayola Super Tip so that I'm alternating red and pink with getting things done, which always feels good. I don't like that little gap there, so I will just add in a few more exclamation points to fill it up. So I'm just going to write in pink here. And because this writing looks very similar to this writing, even though that's capitals and that's lowercase, I think what I'll do is use my Muji and just go round the outside. I do this very roughly, but it just gives a different look. Now I'll just fill in the rest of the box with what I did using a Muji. I've just written there how I wanted to do some filming on Tuesday just to catch up because I've got behind, but I had other jobs on my must do, should do list and I made myself do those first, so the filming had to wait. On Wednesday, I made sure that I did the jobs that I hadn't done on Tuesday, and it felt good to tick things off my list and to be sticking to my plan. So I'm going to write feeling productive, because often I'm not feeling very productive. So it was nice to be doing that for a change. I'm never quite sure with the writing on hearts whether I should turn them round like that so that I can write straight like I did here, but I'll just go with it. I happen to have picked the most awkward shaped box to write in when filming an After the Pen. I've just written how I got a lot done and some tidying, and I was so pleased I treated myself in the evening and let myself watch a drama on TV, and it was called Too Good to Be True. I don't know how it ends because it's a 4-part drama. The only other thing I'd like to write on here was that my affiliate box and planning thing arrived, so I was quite excited about that. It wasn't due until Thursday, but it got here a day early. I haven't got a lot of room, but I think I might be able to squeeze it in this area here next to the balloon. That seems to make sense. I'm just going to add a couple more things from this Amy Tangerine book that I was using. I'm not too bothered that this is plain up here, but maybe just to fill up some of these little spaces. And I think that's it for this page. So let's go on to Thursday. I had a busy day on Thursday. I had to take my mum's scooter battery in so they could replace the batteries, but unfortunately it didn't go quite to plan. So I'm going to write still no scooter battery. I've just written how that when I got there they opened up the battery case, and unfortunately the batteries were very old and had leaked, so I was told it wasn't going to be a 10-minute job and I would need to go back and collect them when they've sorted it out. While I was out, a message popped up from Instagram and I saw that there was some big news that came as a bit of a surprise to me, which was that there are more books being released by Jessica from Live Love Posh. There have already been 4 floral books, 1 for each season. Then there were the 4 seasonal element books, and there was an announcement that there was going to be a spring book and I think 3 of the Babe sticker books, like they had Crafty Planner Babe and Plant Babe and things like that. So I was really surprised by that because that's now 12 books. Unfortunately, I was really keen to see what they looked like, but I was out and I wasn't able to sit down and check it out until I got home in the evening. So I just outlined that to balance with the outlining on the other page. The other thing I wanted to write about was something good that happened. So I'll put a yay, and I'll probably outline that as well. And that was just that my dad had bought me a heated throw for Christmas and I loved it. It saved me putting the heating on and it kept me nice and cozy, although it did have the tendency to send me off to sleep. But unfortunately it stopped working after only a couple of months, and it wasn't cheap, but finally I got my replacement on Thursday, so I just want to make a note of that. I'm not sure whether I want to decorate this area or not, seeing as I left it blank on the other page, so I'll leave it for now. And when I come back on Sunday, I'll fill in these boxes and the rest of the space and then decide about that. So I'll see you then. It's now Sunday night and I'm back for the final time to fill in Friday, Saturday and Sunday in my creative journal. I had quite a few errands to do on Friday, but I think I'm going to write in this box about the fact that I got my dad out of the house to the library, and maybe a little bit about my mum as well. I haven't got a lot of room to write around the heart, so I'm just going to write family. I'm still alternating the pink and red with the Crowder Super Tips around the outside. I'll just write about what I did. I've talked about taking my dad out to the library. He suffers from depression, so getting him out of the house is a real win. Unfortunately, my mum's health is not great at the moment, so I've put a yay there, but a sad face because my mum's not too well and struggling to walk at the moment. Saturday, I had set the whole day aside for editing and filming my YouTube videos, but I'm just going to write at the top, unrealistic expectations. Because still, even though I'm doing my daily plans and it is helping, in my head I can accomplish so much more than I realistically can. As we've got that little gap there, I'll just do a little line there. I think that looks good. When I wake up in the morning, I've got all these ideas of the things I want to do. I had so many videos I wanted to get done and I was feeling really inspired for, but I also had a video I needed to edit, and editing takes me longer than filming a YouTube video. So by the time I had edited that and got that one posted, I think it took some of the inspiration out of me, and I was really stuck for an idea for my planner spread, so it took me a while to think. And in the end, I only got one video filmed, which actually I know that I can only do one video a day if I'm also editing a video. If I was just filming, I could probably get 2 videos filmed, maybe even 3 if they're really short. But I've got to stop planning to edit videos and film videos in the same day because it just doesn't work. I'm still playing catch up, unfortunately, from when I was ill. But it's only February, so I'm sure eventually I'm going to adjust my plans and get in the habit of having more realistic expectations. At least that's my hope. Just got a little bit of room. See if I can add something else. I've just put in that I wasn't sure I liked the spread I made in that video, but actually, as tends to happen to me, when I came down in the morning, I made a few changes and I really like it. So although I'm continuing this and really I should continue in the smaller pen, I will just swap for the sake of the pattern. And I think I'll go around the outside again with my pen. You can see you don't have to be exact. It's just a bit doodly, but that's fine. I think I'll just write spring is coming, because I've definitely got lots of signs of spring. And it's just nice to have those blue skies. There was a little bit of a rain today, a little bit April showers weather, but it was definitely not winter weather today. Just in this little space here, I'm going to write that I watched the second and third part of Too Good to Be True. And I think we'll just put the pages together and see if I want to write in the spaces. I'm not too bothered that this is plain, but I feel like I need to fill up this a little bit more. So I'm just going to write about a friend of mine getting a new bunny rabbit. If I had some more of these hearts, I would put them in there, I think, but I'll just use the hearts from the Amy Tangerine book, just because it was such a big space. And I want to put some crosses over here to balance on this side, although I haven't got many edges they can go around, so I'll just put some here and a few here. And I think we could just squeeze a couple here. I'll put one of these crisscross hearts here just to match that one. And then there's not much space left. And there's a space here. And I just haven't got any of these little hearts on this side, and I seem to have run out. So I'm going to see if I can get this one off, so I can at least have one on the other side, and put that maybe down here. And I think that spread is done. I will say I probably haven't written some of the more personal things I normally would have written about friends and family. That's the problem I have with doing videos where I'm writing in my planner. It does inhibit what I actually write. So I probably won't be doing too many of these. But if it's something that you want to see, I will try and plan some in. I've just noticed this space here. So I'm going to see if I can find one more heart, and then we will be done. If you do have a creative journal, remember it's very personal to you and you need to do you. I just wanted to demonstrate some of the basic things that I do, such as picking 3 or 4 colours, using different thicknesses of pens, changing up the fonts, outlining some of the words, and also adding a couple of stickers at the end if there are spaces that you need to fill up. If you enjoyed this video, I really appreciate all your comments. And if you're not subscribed, then I'd love that too, so you can join me for future videos. Hope you have a great weekend. Happy planning, take care, and see you soon.